everybody. This is Sports Lounge Media. Super excited to get with you guys today. Nah, I'm just playing with you guys. You know what it is. It's your boy, the chosen one. And today is Wednesday. It's Hump Day, and when it's Hump Day, it's the Sports Lounge Media, and I'm excited to get with you guys today because we are going to be talking about what's been going on, the biggest headlines that are headlining in the NBA. So, what's good, Sports Lounge Media fam? Welcome to the NBA Deep Dive on Sports Lounge Media, your 1 hour headquarters for all things hoops as of today. I'm your host, along with aside our two biggest hosts. Biggest is crazy. I should not say biggest and pointed at you first. My bad, Mark. But our boy Mark in the building right there. And then we also got Sarai down at the bottom. You know who she is. Yeah, and so that's who we got in these chairs right now, about to speak about the NBA, breaking down the three biggest headlines dominating the league today. Thunder locking down the crown, the Spurs on the hunt, Pistons flipping the script. We got it all. Strap in for the endless hot takes, fan calls, and more. Let's cook. Let's cook, y'all. It's time for Sports Lounge Media.
Yeah, it's that heat, no chill, all flame. Sports Lounge Live, we never play no games. Talking stats, trash, take stat, ignite. Step in the ring, bring facts to take flight. Sound up, lights flash, it's about to explode. Every mic drop heavy, every angle we load. From the court to the field, we call it how we feel. No script, just skill, this debate getting real. Sports Lounge Media, where fire meets the mic. Say what you mean, cause we don't do polite. Welcome to the lounge.
The Sports Lounge Media Show is brought to you by Cali Built Graphics. Welcome to the lounge.
You turn the simple into magic. Turn the background to a classic. Love ain't just in February, no. It's late night calls when your heart feels heavy. It's slow jams playing in a parked up Chevy. A real thing, baby, we don't move petty. Love ain't just in February, yeah. Sunday sweats and your big t-shirt ready. Every month you're my Valentine. Love all year, you're my favorite.
Yo, we are back, and that what you just heard right there was our R&B sponsored by the Mogul Records. Malik Porsche is taking over Vegas R&B and trap soul and climbing up the charts. So if you guys haven't got his single, go. You can get it on all platforms. If it's Spotify, Apple, you can even use it in Instagram, all of the rest. Go show your support, and thank you all of the people that have shown support, especially the ones who showed support for all of our sponsors, not just that one, but all of our sponsors. And we'll be talking about some of the other ones. But yeah, I'm excited to jump right into this. Our first segment, we're going to talk about the Thunder already clinched the number one seed. Thunder is 54-15 at the top of the West. And Oklahoma has officially clinched the West Conference at the top seed. Yo, thank you for the subscription, Marcos. What's going on? Thank you so much for your subscription. Thank you for being a part of the family officially. We appreciate you. Yeah. And what we were saying is they officially clinched the West Conference top seeding. That's OKC is who we're talking about, with SGA unreal streak, 127 straight 20+ point games. He has a squad that's untouchable because they play together. There's miles ahead with home court locked for the playoffs. So the entire playoffs, they got home court advantage. And so excited about that. OKC's defense, which was crazy, is suffocating with the top three in the league. So they're top three in the league. SGA's MVP case is almost done. Like, he officially, there's people that are peaking right now and could potentially poke that balloon, but it looks like it's almost locked in. Facts, but the thing about it is what I'm going to ask you guys is facts are the facts, but can they survive the West gauntlet? Can we all know that the West is probably the most dominant conference in the whole entire NBA. West is deeper than the ocean, right? So my question to you guys is: will OKC win it all? Yes or no?
No, OKC's not winning at all. And do they have they clinched? I don't think they've clinched the 1 seed. I think they just clinched their playoff spot.
Yeah, the one spot.
They have the first spot as of right now because San Antonio's only 3 games back, so I don't think they've got the number 1 seed locked in. I think they got the playoff spot locked in though, that they're guaranteed that.
Yeah. Clarify that. My bad. So yeah, so they clinched already. Like they're the first team to clinch
Yes.
into the playoffs.
But as for OKC running it, no, absolutely not. They're not. They're not going to sit there and run the tables like what people are assuming because of what they've been able to do. I like Marcus's take. You've got guys like Jokic averaging a triple double, and he's got the Spurs. I think realistically, it's either going to be even though Denver is 12 games back overall in that Western Conference, I can see them making a push because of guys like Jokic. And also, you can sit there and see with the way Wemby's playing, right there in San Antonio. So they can make a challenge. I don't think they're going to have an easy run. So if they do make it to the finals, it will be earned 100%. It is not going to be a walk in the park.
Yeah, I think this is I think this year is better than last year when it comes to the playoff chase because all the teams that are underneath them can give them a run for their money, all the way down to I think the 8 seed. With I think it being the Clippers. Clippers are as of late have been playing really well, really good basketball. I mean, we're talking about Minnesota, we're talking about the Rockets, we're talking about there's a lot of great teams. I mean, you can't count out the Warriors with Steph Curry. I am not saying that Warriors will win, but just to dominate, nah, they're not going to dominate this year. And if they can get through this gauntlet, man, I'm that's the next conversation that I'll have with y'all will be giving them their officially their flowers because I haven't yet.
Real quick, if they take on the Warriors are getting swept the way they're playing because they're playing against a Celtics team right now just today, and they're down by 24 in the fourth. So Warriors are not being able to. They're showing their age, is what they're doing.
Yeah, but we know that the playoff Warriors are different than the in season Warriors.
I was gonna say, going back to OKC though, I think they have like a two-way balance though. I think that they do have the defensive end, and then they also have the offensive end, the offense end as well for OKC. So I think they definitely will go deep. It's just going to depend on whether they can stay healthy. They can go far.
Yeah. They can go far. Continue, please.
They can go far into the playoffs. My bad, y'all. Yeah, they could go far into the playoffs, but I just think that they have they're amongst like the league leaders for having both ends.
One thing I did see them struggle though with is when they have to put in their bench players, when SGA does have to come out or Hungrich can come out. If there's a team that has a 6, 7, 8, 9, right, and they come in, that right there is where the teams are starting to close the gap, where they could be up by 15, and then when they're subbing out, teams are climbing back. You know what I'm saying? So in a 7-game series, that could get really interesting against some of them tougher teams after the first round, of course. After the first round.
Yeah, I can understand that. Who do you think? Do you think OKC can run the table?
Who is it?
Do you think OKC can run the table?
Not this year. I think there's a lot of more. I think. Again, if they play their players, the top players, Dort, play home grid, play SGA, of course. Um, all their guys. If they play all their guys stick together, right? I believe that they can possibly run the table. Now, again, the only question that I have for OKC is in a 7-game stretch, 7 game, 4 out of 7. How tired are they going to be if they have to play their players longer than what normally they have to play? Can they stay healthy? Right? Because one player down, that disrupts their whole chemistry. Because right now they have the best chemistry collectively as a group. You split that group up, like next year somebody won a bag, one of their top guys won a bag, and you split them up, bruh, OKC might be done. With that being said, though, can they run the table? Absolutely, they can run a table, but I just think that there's stronger teams underneath them that can give them a run for their money. I don't see them I personally don't see them in the finals, but it wouldn't surprise me if they were in the finals. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Who do you see in the finals?
I see either 3, 4, or 5. I actually see 3 or 4, or 2 and 3, or actually even Minnesota can put up a fight. Again, Ant has a lot to prove, and they can win games, man. They have Roz. I mean, they have a deep bench, right? They could play offense and defense, and when Ant needs to like carry the team, he does. Can he carry it for the stretch? I mean, it's for them. It's that's the thing. It's like those two teams. Can you carry it for a stretch? Now, Rockets. See, that's the type of team that is just like I don't know. When you're talking about the Spurs can run it. Long as they stay healthy, man. That's a team that can play. I mean, Wemby's playing out of his mind right now. Again, they figured out how to guard him, right? They figured out how to guard Wemby as of late by putting the 2 guard or the 3 guard on him. But we'll see what happens with them. And then the Lakers. Now they're putting LeBron James in a 3rd option role now, which has worked out really well for them. Instead of putting him first, he's now 3rd. They have a bench with Marcus Smart. They have Haynes. They're really deep. And as they've been playing, they only lost 2 games since they put LeBron at the third option. So, and he's been playing really well. He's been doing some dominant things, playing the general position and and doing what he needs to. All the weight is off of his shoulders now. It's kind of like he passed the torch to Luka. But they do have a bench. Who else is up in there? The Clippers are playing really well. It just they're missing their pieces. I mean, they got rid of both of their pieces, Paul George and James Harden. I mean, they're not really that team, but yeah. Like Marcus said, Castle has stepped up as of late, putting up all-star numbers, and his defense is amazing. Absolutely. He's been really showing out, getting in his own, and that's the team. That's the coach trusting him, and actually Wemby not taking away. There's teams like, for instance, old school teams like with Michael Jordan and Kobe. The one thing that you knew is give him the damn ball. Right now, teams are like, what teams can play together, all together as one team now? There's not really that person was like, give me the damn ball, let me go score, let me put up 60 and still lose by 10. Now they're forcing, like you're seeing OKC do. So good point. Castle's playing out of his mind, with Wemby, and a couple of other stars are playing really, really well. But yeah, that's what I have for that. Some key stats to look at. The OKC is ranked number 1. SGA points per game is his average is 31.2, and their defensive ranking is 3rd. So when you're adding, like Sarai was saying just a while ago, that offense with the defense, if they can continue that, Mark, your answer is they can run the table.
All right, that's good to know. The one that's going to be curious to me is to see. I know you being a Lakers fan, and no knock, because Luka is playing out his mind. I mean, great player. I was sad to see him leave Dallas, especially go to Los Angeles, but it is what it is. I believe, NBA had that set up so they can get Cooper Flag, but I'll keep that mindset out. Uh, but I don't see the Lakers finishing with the 3 seed. I think that realistically they're going to dropping down to like the 5 is what I think they're going to get stuck with.
And that's actually a best case scenario because that means they'll go up against, you know, it would set them up to probably go to the finals.
Yeah.
Not to the finals, but to the Western.
The Western Finals, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you're right. You hit it on the nose. I mean, like when we talk about Luka again, I mean, I was just talking to Sarai and a couple of other people about this. Luka had a game where he scored, what was it? 31, 34, 41, 51, something like that. It was like a 6 game, and it was like with 10 assists, 13 assists, 11 assists, and then there was another one with the stat line with those that he was getting. Like there was one he scored 9 3-pointers in one game, and I think it was the game that he scored 51 in. He scored 9 3-pointers. So yeah, he has been playing out of his mind. Yeah, it's a really good thing for the Lakers because after LeBron, there has to be somebody in the Lake show, right? There's always a key player. That's the one thing about the Lakers. There's always a star on the Lakers. There's always somebody. And so I think that's going to be the guy, Luka Doncic.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that Luka has really done lately is just really glow up. I think being in the media and all that controversy that's surrounding him, he's just kind of focused on playing ball and getting to where he needs to play. And I think he's really just kind of put his focus on that so that everybody could steer away that what's going on in the outside world.
Yeah, you can actually play without the weight on his shoulders anymore or whatever was going on at the house. You know what I'm saying? Now he's focused on, like, he could put a lot of, like, boxers put a lot of their aggression and a lot of their stuff in their craft, right? I think Luka's doing the same thing. It's like he's putting a lot of his, anger, maybe regret, everything on the court, and you're seeing it firsthand. He's playing a little bit more aggressive. He's really taking it on to himself. He's carrying the team on his back. What I would like to see Luka do is play a little bit more defense. That's all I ask from him to play.
Just a little bit would go so far for the Lakers.
Everyone knows there's no defense in the NBA. It's nothing but actors. We all know that. I mean, it is an offensive game. We have had that conversation week in and week out. When you look at it realistically, the amount of points that are being averaged compared to my era, it has changed drastically. We just have to accept it. But also the style of play has changed drastically. Yeah, when it comes to defense, everyone's so worried about I'm going to, break a pinky nail or something like that. It's getting ridiculous.
Yeah. Before we move on to our next segment real quick, we can't forget about powering your game with Diamond Collection. Visit the Diamond Collection at www.poweredbytmb.com. Go get hydrated. It's the summertime, y'all. Officially over here on the West Coast, it's like 93 today, I think it was. But on the East Coast, for some reason, they're down to 50. So I don't know what the weather is doing. It's tripping right now, but it's coming. Summer is coming regardless in the United States. And so here in the States, or outside of the States, summer is coming. Power your game with Diamond Collection. Visit them at www.poweredbytmb.com.
This segment is brought to you by Number One Sports Fan. Welcome to the lounge.
Yes, and we over here we play what's it called, the old musical chairs is what we do. Luckily we don't have Malik singing in the middle of those, but maybe one day we will. But going into our next segment, we have Spurs Wemby lead surge. What it is, the San Antonio Spurs is rolling at 51-18 after torching the Kings 132-104. Victor Wembanyama, 18 points, blocks galore. The kid is a two-way monster on a 3-game heater. They hold the tiebreaker over OKC, making this a real race. So, like Mark was saying, even though that OKC clinched, Spurs do hold that tiebreaker over OKC. if they finish the season with the same record. But yeah, so in today's Spurs are legit contenders now. No cap, from rebuild to beast in 2 years. Who would have saw this coming? And we want to know, what is your thoughts on that? Did you guys see this coming? Did you guys think Victor Wembanyama was going to be this good? Did you think that after Popovich that that the Spurs were going to be in the position that they are in now? What were your thoughts, for the rebuild and seeing them how they are right now?
I think the craziest thing about Wemby, and something that I absolutely love about Wemby, is that he can do it all. What can't Wemby do? At whether he's the scorer, the rim protector,
Gain weight.
the playmaker, and he holds his own. I mean, we just posted a video of him, holding up. Like, he's not going to be bullied on the court. He's not going to be fouled and pushed over, and he's going to step up. So I really have taken appreciation for Wemby. He's actually probably one of my other favorite players, because he can do it all, and he does make a huge impact for the Spurs for sure.
Being an alien, I know another thing you can't do is that's fit in a spaceship. I mean, the dude is freaking enormous. It's just to see the style of play though from someone who's 7 foot, what is he, 7'6", 7'7".
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, something ridiculous. that dude is. He plays like he's a 6'3", 6'4" point guard. Which is impressive, but they have shown what they can do to stop him. And like you said it earlier, putting the two guard on him, basically putting a two or putting a three on him, somebody that's a little smaller, because they're going to be able to handle the movements, the mobility that he has. So as long as they're able to do that, I think you're going to see his numbers drop a little bit. You will, that's on the defensive side, when people are defending him. So his offensive stats are going to go down, but defensively, I mean, if any person's dumb enough to go into the paint, I mean, guys, his wingspan, he can literally stand and have his fingers 4 inches above the rim.
So I don't even know why he double hand dunks and picks his feet off the ground.
I don't know either. I have no clue why. I'm just like, dude.
It's just the cool thing to do when you.
No. I mean, I remember watching Ben Sandley in the slam dunk contest. He did the elbow in the rim and stuff like that. I'm just like, bro, he could probably do that just standing on his tippy toes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's been an incredible journey for the Spurs. The fact that they lost Popovich, the fact that they regrouped, redone their whole entire roster, playing like Marcos was saying earlier with Castle, the way that he's been playing, the way that they've been contributing. Wemby coming into his own, because in his first year he didn't look good, but he's really came into his own. Had a little scare with the blood clot thing. Still got to play close attention to that, but it was the same diagnosis that they had with Chris Bosh, and they ended Chris Bosh's career, but play very close attention into that. So for what we have for Wemby right now, we must enjoy it, because it's somebody that is rare, right? It's a rare breed. Definitely they call him the alien. He's definitely an alien. He's not of this world. And he's playing at a high level, and we got to give flowers due when it comes to players like that, because they don't come around often. But I did see, talking about the game, I did see the Utah Jazz played a 2-3 zone. They put a 2 guard on him, and then they had the center behind, so that anytime he's dribbling, whatever, or looking to get the pass, the 2 guard is right there disrupting it. And then when he gets to the rim, he's met by the 5, so the center. And so that right there stopped him by being double teamed that way. But everybody else got hot. So it's like picking your poison with the Spurs. Either you take out Wemby and don't let him get no points and let everybody else score and try to win that way, or let Wemby get his points, guard everybody else, and try to win that way. It's one or two ways, right? And what's most effective right now is just taking out Wemby and forcing everybody else. But again, it's a tall task when you, again, like Marco said, You have Castle and the other group. Just got to be consistent at it. That's what I have for them. But what's your takes on it? Anybody else have any takes on that?
Real quick on the Spurs itself, when you look at what they've done alone in the month of March, you're talking about they've beat the Celtics, beat the Kings, got annihilated by the Knicks, beat the Sixers, beat the Pistons, Clippers, beat the Rockets, lost to the Nuggets, beat the Hornets, and beat the Clippers again. So it's the big thing for me is when they're playing those better teams, those more seasoned teams, are they going to be able to keep up? Again,
So you said who were the teams that they lost to?
they lost the Nuggets.
Okay, so let's look at the Nuggets and the Knicks just for one quick second. Let's observe both of those teams. Let's start with the Nuggets. The Nuggets have who is their 4 and their 5?
Nuggets right now they've got Jokic at their 5,
and Aaron Gordon at the 4.
Aaron Gordon is not playing
again.
No, he didn't play in that game. Aaron Gordon hasn't been playing. He's out on the injured list.
I didn't read that. Is he back on the injured list? Because I just seen him play.
No, he didn't play in that game specifically. I know for a fact that I'm looking at the stats right here. He did not play whatsoever in that game, and he was being listed as a did not DNP for coach's decision. So that means he's still out on the injured list. So that's one thing that you got to look at right there. But again, you have a veteran team like the Nuggets, and again, you have another veteran team like the Knicks. Knicks, of course, they were playing. You got Obi, Towns, Miles Bridges, Jalen Brunson. I mean, you've got guys that can definitely play ball. They know how to spread the ball around. I mean, so I think that's what's going to be key. Can they beat those teams that are veterans?
Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off, but as of March 18th, Aaron Gordon has returned to the Nuggets lineup after missing significant time due to his lingering right hamstring injury. So he has been playing, but he didn't play in that game.
He came back today.
So what I'm stating is that and then going back to the Knicks, they have OG and they have Towns, right? Two big players. They're gonna I feel like the Spurs are gonna struggle with teams like that, right? Like with two big dudes, you know what I mean, or two dominant 4s and 5s. And also if you play small ball with them, I think that they would struggle. If I was a coach and I had a team playing against them, with Wemby playing the way that he is, he might dominate the boards. But if you can get him off of the post, if you can get him off of the, get him, push him out to the elbow, maybe you have a chance for him to pass the ball, try to get somebody else to score. But you got to play smart against that team. They are a beatable team. As you mentioned, some of the teams that they have lost to, that puts them in, who out like you got to put it into like, okay, Wemby don't have the ball, Castle don't have the ball, and the other guy, there's a third dude. Neither of them have the ball. They splashed 25 threes the other night. I guess they splashed 25 threes the other night. You're muted.
Sorry, Denver did, if I remember correctly.
Against who?
I can't recall right now.
Yeah.
I think that was the Spurs that did that.
Yeah. Drop it in the chat. Who did they play against? Harper did it?
No, it was hold on, let me find it.
But anyway, going back to why are you looking that up? I think that the Spurs is a great team. Nothing to take away from that. But can they win in a 7-game series against some of those dogs, right? And that will be tested this year. This year will be the year that they will be tested. Yeah, but who did they play against, Marcos? Who did they play against? The Spurs. I know the Spurs did it. Who did they play against? Was it the Wizards?
No, it was worse.
It was who?
It was worse than the Wizards. It was the Sacramento Kings.
Oh, it was the Kings.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
That's like playing
don't let Bam Adebayo play against the Kings. He might score 100 points. Anyway, moving on though. Yeah, they are a good team. They're a dominant team. With the last couple of minutes, the last couple of words that we have for this segment, I would say that we will see who they stack up against when the stuff hits the fan and they really have to play a long stretch of games against a team that is, like you said, factor in the playoffs. You know, now you're playing against strong teams, and you got to beat them 4 times. You know, so we'll see what happens with that. Any last words from either of you for this last segment? I mean, this second segment.
No, I think I said what I had to say about Wemby.
I said what I had to say about
I
Wemby.
can talk about Wemby all day. I love me some Wemby. Let me tell you.
Whoever's Wemby, guys. I don't know.
And Luca. And
I've told you guys, I say this all the time. I am such a player fan. It's hard for me to choose a team. I can talk about all my favorite players. SGA is another one of my favorites. We could talk SGA all day long.
Wow, I hate his game. I mean, I just like his game. Like, it's so boring.
And we could talk about Ant all day.
And I love his game.
We could talk about Jason Tatum all day. We could talk a little Curry all day.
Very nice. But anyway,
I feel like I'm Mark when it comes to basketball, how he jumps from team to team and players to players.
I don't jump from team to team. I just watch Tennessee.
Well, we still don't know if you a Lions fan or a Packer fan still.
We need to decide before the season starts.
Yeah, before the season starts, we'll find out if he's a Packer fan or a Lion fan, y'all.
I need you to be suited and booted the day that
I'm a Tennessee Volunteer fan. I do not care what.
They're not in the NFL.
Hey, I care about the NFL.
Yeah, we have to. Like, what are we talking about here?
But I will tell you this. For me, first and foremost, it is about watching the alum from the University of Tennessee to watch them be successful. Juwan Jennings. You know, you had, I mean, I can't stand the Chicago Bears. That's it, folks. Yeah. You know, I can't, everyone knows, I cannot stand the Chicago Bears. Hate them.
Yeah, we know that. We know
but I am a huge Darnell, but I'm a huge Darnell Wright fan. You know,
yeah, just like one of you. But I get what you're saying. At Sports Lounge Media, we love all 32 teams, just to let you guys know. But there's some other teams that can get on our nerves more than others. That's one of the teams that get on his nerves a little bit. Yeah. So, but we love all 32 teams. Don't get us wrong. Let me set the record straight before. Yeah. Anyways, moving on. West top seed records and streaks. We got the Thunder. At 54-15. They have a 5-game win streak, y'all. We have the Spurs 51-18. They're on a 3-game win streak, y'all. And we got the Lakers, who was on a huge streak, but they're 43-25 with the 1-game lose streak. And yeah. In this, huh?
So those are crazy numbers.
Yeah, crazy numbers. Great teams. But right now, you guys can't forget. Don't forget to go to Sports Lounge Media to grab pretty soon here some really cool merch. Okay, so I want you guys to. Mark got some things cooking up in the kitchen. He about to have us all suited and booted in Sports Lounge Media gear here pretty soon. We are gonna send you guys a link. We're gonna show the link, hopefully a QR code. We're gonna make that up and show that. But for all the other content, all the other great things that we have going on and cooking up, visit us at www.sportsloungemedia.com. And when we come back from this break, y'all, we're gonna find out, is Sarai a Celtics fan? Is she a Spurs fan? Or is she with the Lake Show? But before we get to that, y'all, check this out real quick.
Yeah, so introducing our dog of the week. This is Sunshine. Sunshine is a 3-year-old female Chihuahua. She's 14 pounds. She is vetted right now. Currently, she's under the care of a vet, and so if you're interested in taking a look at Sunshine or interested in adopting, you can always scan that QR code, or you can always go to the website heartsandhousrescue.org. And now let me tell you a little bit about Hearts and House Rescue. So they are a 501 animal rescue nonprofit organization based in Texas. The organization is a labor of love, fully powered by the passion and dedication of incredible volunteers and funded by the generous hearts of the community. So if you're ever interested in donating, you can always visit this website. Again, it's tax deductible. Or if you'd like to adopt, you can also go visit. There's several dogs and there's several cats on there. Find your new best friend, again, visiting heartsandhouserescue.org.
There it is. And the big reveal is about to happen, y'all. We're going to be shocked. I'm a little nervous, to be honest with y'all. I'm a little nervous because it could be the Celtics, it could be the Spurs, or it could be the Lakers. Either way, she ain't losing, she winning. Whatever team she picked. But for everybody that is joining us, that is from her TikTok page, that's been wanting to know, hopefully maybe she goes live tonight to show off who she picked. But here's the big reveal, y'all, and she's gonna explain why she chose what she chose. Here we go. Oh, there we go.
No.
There we
No.
go. Welcome to the Lake Show.
No.
I am officially going to go ahead and be a fan of the Lake Show.
Welcome to the Lake Show. Tell us why. Tell us why.
I was just telling the guys I had to go into my storage and like find all my Lake Show gear, and excited to continue Luka's journey. I've loved Luka since he was on the Mavs. Definitely one of my favorite players. And so excited to finish off the season as a Lake Show fan. Despite me loving everybody else, you'll probably still see me in gear from every other player. But yes, this is what I am going to be a fan of, is going to be the Lakers. So I'm excited. I pulled my gear out. So yeah, Shawnee, I'm so sorry. This I'm gonna be a fan. I'm gonna be a fan. So
Blocked. Denied. Rejected.
Let's go. Welcome to the Lake Show, y'all. I'm excited. I'm excited for you for signing on the dotted line.
maybe
finishing up the
carry
season.
them on now. They'll find some defense, because I think that's what's missing. I keep trying to tell, if anybody's got their number, can you give me Luka's number? Let me call him up. Tell him we need some defense on the Lakers side. But
I mean, yeah. he listened when they said that he needed to lose weight. Maybe he'll listen and play a little defense. Maybe he'll turn up. We'll find out. But I'm excited for you signing on the dotted line. Welcome to
the season.
Yeah, like Shawnee. What's going on, Shawnee? That's what I'm talking about. Welcome to the Lakers, baby. Yeah.
Maybe they can get Luka to have him get rid of LeBron.
Nah, LeBron gonna leave on his own.
Gonna retire soon.
Yeah, he gonna leave on his own. He only got 2 years left. But yeah, welcome to the Lake Show. Excited for you on that. We're gonna finish the segment though, so we can get done with this. We got 6 minutes. Yes, call him please ASAP. They playing right now. Yeah, I mean they figured it out. They all right. They all right. They're gonna be just fine. But walking into the next segment, we're gonna talk about Mark's team. He was a Celtics fan, but now he's back to the Pistons. You gotta remember that. No, he was a Packers fan, but then he was a Lions fan, but he's going back to the Packers. You don't care about the Packers, you don't care about the Lions because he cares about the Tennessee Volunteers.
I just get confused.
Wait a second. You were a Cowboys fan, then became an Eagles fan.
No, sir. I have never in my life.
No. I'm talking about the man that is right there. This.
You talk about times when I didn't even know better. Like what we talking about? We talking about a little innocent child, 7 years old. Like they putting gear on me and I'm going to school. I don't know any better.
Right now, she will.
When I started to know better, trust and believe, and I was like, wait a minute here. I got the wrong team. With the Philadelphia Eagles.
Caught in 4K.
Yeah, he jumped ship.
Yeah, they gonna yeah. But hey, loyal as can be. You can see all the merch I had since I was a child. Since I chose to be an Eagles fan, and I got merch right here, right behind me, in front of me, on the side of me. It's everywhere around me. So I'm diehard for show. There ain't no switching up for me. Um,
No, if it was everywhere behind you, it'd be looking like mine. That's everywhere behind me, brother.
and that's a college team. And when's the last time they won the Natty?
98.
Come on,
They
man.
won it in football in 98. They won it in baseball just 2004. So
Oh, we baseball, yeah, I give you that. I mean, I was talking football, but yeah, you right. And the girls look sharp basketball wise. We'll be talking about March Madness in just a little bit, but
I mean,
yeah,
softball, they are the number one team in the nation. Once
yeah,
again,
for right now, yeah, you
I
right.
will say this. I've learned that the volunteer fans are very, very like,
Moonshine.
no, they just
get
are very
me started.
fandom about their team. I'm learning.
I mean,
I had a couple on my TikTok live, and it's
between them and Bama,
real.
between them and Bama,
Alabama.
they diehards. They all diehards. You know what I mean? They love their team. I get it. I'm a Philly fan, so I get it. But moving on to this next segment to
no team. I'm gonna say this real quick.
Okay, say it real quick.
No team will ever understand the loyalty that Tennessee has with their fandom when it comes to their team. I don't care what team, whether Dodgers, Giants, they bleed the orange and white checker.
Okay. Coming from a Tennessee fan, we got it. All right. So he moved from the Celtics. Now he's a Pistons fan. We're gonna leave off right there. So when we talk about the Pistons, that's our next segment. Piston shocking the East. We're gonna talk about that. All right. Pistons 48-19. One of the biggest things is the Pistons was owning the East after smashing the Wizards, like everybody else has been doing. 130-117. Jalen Duran is 36-12 masterpiece. You got Kate Cunningham cooking before dipping early. This X lottery teams conference Kings now totally glowing up. Pistons flip the script. I believe that they're on a revenge tour. Playoff implications. And my question to you guys, are they built for May though? Are they built for a deep run?
I mean, they have a lot of dynamic players too. They have Cade Cunningham, who was also in the MVP talks.
Right.
Like you mentioned, they started at the bottom. Now they're here.
Okay, Drake. Man,
we'll be safe. Hey, as long as Drake doesn't bet on them, Detroit will be safe.
I just had to,
Yeah, I know.
Better than being confused.
I could have did the ad libs, I guess. But yeah, I mean, is it
young for development? Like what? I mean, there's a lot. I think there's a lot of positivity in the Pistons actually for things.
Okay. Is there a team that you see that could overtake the Pistons in the playoffs, that could possibly beat them and ruin their chances of going to the finals?
Boston
Celtics. I was about to say.
Yeah.
Just because of the
I feel like
the veteran leadership.
Cavs in that conversation?
No, absolutely not.
The Cavs and the Knicks are not in the conversation of beating the Pistons.
The Knicks, I think, could possibly as well. I mean,
the Knicks have I would say a 20% chance.
Ooh.
But that's other than that, it's pretty much Boston and Detroit.
Interesting.
Because the Knicks are not even 1 or 2 games away.
Yeah.
5 games back.
Yeah. It's gonna be, man. I see it like this. I mean, the East is gonna be so weird, right? On the East, we're not even talking about the Raptors. Like, teams are not talking about the Raptors at all, and I see why. But I mean, the Raptors have been playing really good ball. Nobody's been paying attention to them.
That's like saying we should talk about the Kings.
Who?
Exactly.
But yeah,
The East, well,
The
because it's
Kings.
why because it's not a strong division. It's not a strong
right,
conference.
right.
Not
Go
a
ahead.
strong
We'll
conference.
let you talk. We're gonna let you talk more in this segment. So right now that you're a Laker fan, so yeah, go ahead. All ears. I believe every word that you say now. Anyways, anyways, moving on. There are 48-19 Bucks. Bucks is another team, 42-24. That is in that conversation. We haven't been talking about the Bucks either. They could be one of those spoiler teams.
What about the Heat?
Yeah, the Heat is another spoiler team. Very, very disciplined team. Also, they're very much prepared for the playoffs. They play the best ball in the playoffs. There's a lot of teams on the East that are just in the mix. It's just who is going to end up in the Eastern Conference Final, and we will find out that answer here pretty soon because we're coming down to the end for everything to be mapped out, and we're going to be talking about that playoff picture. But yeah, any last words on that on the Pistons?
I think it's just shocking for everybody because they've always been kind of the non-dominant team for quite some time. And
Yeah, they've been the Cleveland Browns of the NBA, right? They've just been.
And this year, I mean, they are so far ahead, 0.721. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Any last words, Mark?
I want to know how you guys say that the Eastern Conference does not have as difficult, but yet when you look at the NBA team, when you look at the teams that are in the Eastern Conference that have a chance to make the playoffs, every team is over 500, but yet the Western Conference, 8, 9, and 10 are barely, they're actually 500 and below. So that right there shows you that no, it is more competitive in the Eastern Conference because you have more of a challenge. Now, you do have teams, again, OKC does have it's actually a 5-game lead, technically for best record in the NBA. San Antonio is right behind them, and they've got a game and a half lead. Detroit's right there. But then after that, you've got Boston's got a better record, New York's got a better record, and Cleveland's got a better record than the 3 seed. So it's not that it's not competitive on the Eastern side. It's just more it's more balanced. There's always been a team that has been dominant between the Eastern and Western Conference. If you remember this, in the 2000s, you being a Lakers fan, how dominant were the Lakers? Kobe and Shaq. There wasn't many teams that could do anything on the Eastern side. Same thing in the 90s. You dealt with, Jordan and the Bulls. Nobody in the Western Conference could keep up. They were so good because they learned how to play. There are those star teams. As for Detroit, with doing what they're going to be doing, yeah, they've improved drastically, 100%. But to be the Cleveland Browns in the NBA, no, that's the Sacramento Kings. I'll tell you that right now.
No, she was talking about the past.
Even the Kings of the past were still worse than the Pistons.
But when you're talking about the Kings, when you're talking about Kobe and Shaq, I mean, that was the team that put up the best fight when they had Weber, Stojakovic. They
never been to an NBA Finals.
True, because they had to go to the Lakers.
And they've never been relevant besides for those few years.
Yeah, I mean, they've been in the mix, but I hear what you're saying. Detroit was down there too, though. But yeah, for some reason you're glowing today, Sarai. I don't know if it's because you're wearing a yellow and purple jacket, but for some reason you started to glow. Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. I think you should wear that more often. Maybe
I think it's because I finally chose a team. I know everybody's been heckling me about Sarai. Who's your team, Sarai?
Maybe switch it over to purple and yellow. Maybe the purple would look good. You could swap it with they have the black jerseys as well. I mean, just switch around. Just play with it. You could play with it now. You could go with the white jersey. They have that. I'm just giving you little tips. But anyways, we're gonna walk right into our last segment. Final segment is playoff picture and predictions. Wrapping up with the big picture, playoffs heating up next month, glitching scenarios everywhere, Thunder, home Kings, Spurs lurking, Pistons crashing the party. My bold prediction will be the Spurs over the Thunder in the semis. Potentially. You like how I did that though? Little echo in the background. But anyways,
Sound effect.
that, that's what we have for today. Also, real quick, who is your guys' prediction? You can put it in the chat. Well, two things. First thing is this. Let's end with the NBA stuff. NBA is going into a vote on the 24th, I believe, and the 25th next week for the expansion for the Las Vegas expansion team for the NBA. Also, they will be bringing back the Supersonics. Gary Payton II will be asking for an immediate trade if this goes through, so that he can wear number 20 like his father did. And also, KD is also going to ask for a trade when the time comes when he wants to end his career, because he was drafted by the Supersonics. So that is interesting news there. I believe that it's going to happen. I think it's like 1 or 2.3 billion dollars each owner will make off of this decision. So it's like almost a no-brainer when it comes to revenue for the NBA being spread around. The only thing is the shakeup, right? When an expansion team comes in, I don't know if you guys know this, they get to shake up the NBA by getting a couple of the stars from different teams and working out contracts with everybody else. It's not like they start from scratch. So that's going to be interesting. That's on the horizon. So look out for that. Excited about that. For that to go down, because as soon as it gets approved, boy, I'm going to be so excited. Sports Lounge Media is going to go to another level. It being in Vegas, so excited about that. The next one would be who do you guys got for March Madness, winning March Madness? Put it in the chat below. Also, we'll be making a bracket. We'll be talking about that as well in our reels. And so I will be following very, very closely to the March Madness, and we'll drop a little something at the end of each show. But who do you guys got winning on the men's side? Who you guys rolling with? I know Sarai's running with Houston. Oh no, she's a Duke fan running with Houston.
Listen, I think Duke's gonna make it pretty far, but I think they lose
to Michigan, right?
I got them losing.
Final four.
I got Michigan winning the Natty over Duke.
Yeah, you got Michigan beating Duke. So do I. Yeah, that's what I have. I have Michigan beating Duke as well. I got Michigan in the Final Four. But who do you got winning it?
Michigan.
Oh, you got Michigan winning the whole thing.
I got Michigan beating Duke in the finals.
Oh, they can't. They won't play against each other.
Yes, they will.
I have Houston versus Arizona, and I have Houston.
Look at your bracket again. Michigan has the opportunity to play against Duke in the finals.
In the final, Natty, because it's Arizona versus Michigan, and it's Arizona versus Michigan, and then it would be and then it would be Michigan State. Oh, Michigan, regular Big Blue.
Yes, not Michigan State.
Oh, I have them losing to Michigan State. I have them losing to Michigan State even before they get there.
Next week, I might have to wear my college basketball gear.
You got the number one team in the nation losing to Michigan State? No.
Have you watched Duke play, and have you watched Michigan play?
Yes, I've watched all of them play. Remember, I spend more time watching college than anything.
Yeah, that Virginia game, the Florida State game against Duke,
college,
bruh, and Michigan, the way that they've been playing.
What did you say?
I said, you are so passionate about college.
I love college.
More passionate.
Only thing better than college sports is baseball.
You enunciate your words when you start talking college. You're like, yes, I am talking about.
That's okay, because I don't understand half the time what you're saying.
Oh dang! All right, so I got Arizona winning it all. I got Arizona winning it all. Yeah, so that would be versus
versus Houston versus Duke.
Let's see here. I'll tell you right now. No, it's not versus Duke. It's not versus Duke. Not versus Duke. Not versus Duke. Against the Gators. Arizona and the Gators. Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got. On women's side,
I haven't
you
even
guys-
done women's.
you didn't do women's. Oh man. So I got Texas. So I got the girls from Texas winning it all.
Yeah.
Like
love me-
Ella Langley said, she's
I love
from
me some South Carolina, man. I do. I love me some LSU. I do. Juju will be back next year for USC. I love me some Juju Watkins. But yeah. And UConn has been dominant. They haven't lost a single game. But Tennessee is tough, man. I mean, Texas is tough.
I love me some Huskies basketball.
Yeah. So that's what I got.
I got Tennessee winning the girls' side.
Yeah, you do. I know. But I think that's it, y'all. That's your 1 hour of NBA Fire on Sports Lounge Media. Smash that sub button, share. Peace out from the Sports Lounge Media fam. We now know Mark's favorite team is the Pistons. We always knew that my favorite team was the Lakers, and now you guys know Sarai's team is the Lakers. Super excited to be with you guys. Remember, you got to hit that subscribe button. Help us. Share it with your friends. Share it with 3 friends tonight that love sports, and tell them to subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you for joining the community. We will talk to you guys soon, in 1 week, actually, from today. I promise you, we'll be here again next hump day at 6 p.m. Join us there. Appreciate each and every one of you guys, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
This segment is brought to you by Brian Martino Construction. Welcome to the
Yeah, it's that heat, no chill, all flame. Sports Lounge Live, we never play no games. Talking stats, trash, take static night. Step in the ring, bring facts to take flight. Sounds up, lights flash, it's about to explode. Every mic drop heavy, every angle we load. From the court to the field, we call it how it feel. No script, just skill, this debate getting real. Sports Lounge Media, where fire meets the mic. Say what you mean, cause we don't do polite. Welcome to the lounge.
This segment